I think it's disappointing that the price of Bitcoin on the 4 hourly time frame has a bearish divergence. I also think that it's disappointing based off of prior data that Bitcoin will most likely come down and close its CME gap at 88.2. I find it quite disappointing that the crypto market structure bill that was single-handedly supposed to bring in billions of dollars into altcoins got postponed once more, leading to Coinbase stock and Robinhood stock to drop between 6 to 7%. And finally, I think it's disappointing that exactly a year ago, we saw the launch of the Trump and Melania meme coins. And on average, they're down about 95%. So today, we're covering the disappointments, but it's all right. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. We'll get into that at the very end of today's episode. But guys and girls, if you can destroy the like button, that would honestly mean the absolute world to me. And subscribe if you're not a crypto kid already. We make daily price updates and daily breaking news updates. It's currently 2:24 a.m. in the morning, and we just got the news from the crypto market structure bill, so I decided to wait up for it and provide you guys the updates no matter the time. So if you appreciate it, subscribe and destroy the likes. Let's go through Bitcoin first, and then we'll cover the rest. So 2 days ago, and in fact, even yesterday, when Bitcoin was around the 97, 96K price levels, everybody was getting very excited. And I said, hold your horses. There is likely a crash, a small crash in the short term to be coming around. Why, you may ask? Well, we had a CME gap, and we still have that CME gap at 88.2. I know people hate it when I point out the CME gaps when prices go to the upside, but there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, it's a fact, and about 97% of the time, they do end up closing, and I don't believe it's going to be any different here, especially now that we have this bearish divergence over on the 4 hourly time frame. Look, the only trade that I'm taking is going to be taking profits on my existing long position on weeks, which you can sign up to, with the first link in the description down below, once Bitcoin reaches its 200 daily moving average. I think it's going to take place whether if we close the CME gap first or we pump to the 200 daily and then close it. It doesn't matter. I think we're going to reach it at some point, and when we do, I'll take profits from my long positions. Those were from the low 70s, low 80s. I'll take profits and I will flip some into shorts. The second disappointment of today was that the market structure bill that was supposed to segment what is a commodity, what is a security, what is a meme coin, providing institutions with the correct legislation to say, hey, we're not going to be hesitant to invest into Ethereum. Well, Ethereum is a little bit different, but we wouldn't be, for example, hesitant to invest into Chainlink, into Ondo Finance, so on and so forth. Today, they tried to pass it, but there's another delay because Brian Armstrong highlighted what the big banks behind the scenes are trying to do. They're trying to destroy stablecoins. You heard it correctly. The banks are scared of stablecoins. They do not want you to be getting the same amount of interests with your stablecoins as you would if you put your dollars into the bank. And they want to secretively put clauses into the market structure bill that would probably end up killing stablecoins. Now, nobody wants that. And this is why what Brian Armstrong said here is pretty important. He mentioned that we'd rather have no bill than a bad bill, and he spilled the tea on that stablecoin detail just about an hour ago. So look, banks are scared, and it's funny because banks operate on fractional reserve banking, meaning when you put your money to the bank account, there isn't any one-to-one reserves. Whereas with stablecoins, even if it's not an entirely fully liquid assets, you are somehow at one-to-one reserve. So I trust stablecoins more than I trust banks, and they're trying to kill it. So we're not going to go forward with the market structure bill, which I think is good. But if we don't get it signed over the next few months, and it doesn't look like that could be the case anymore from according to multiple sources, then there's a chance it doesn't get signed into law at all. If Trump loses the midterms, then he will not have the legislative power that he currently has as president with Congress on the Republican majority. Coinbase stock and Robinhood stock are down. They're very big on stable coins, and I guess the market is a little bit scared. For the future of stable coins, I wouldn't be. I think this is just short-term speculation. Finally, we saw the launch of the Trump and Melania meme coins roughly about a year ago from today. And on average, they're down about 95%. I mean, are we surprised? No, this is what we expected based off of the tokenomic model and the lack of support from the president. Again, another expected thing. I think President Trump is a net positive on crypto, so I'm sort of putting a blind eye to this. But please remember that if you want to create generational wealth, again, this is just from my opinion only. Please don't misinterpret it, but I think it's going to be from Bitcoin, from hodling Bitcoin consecutively without selling in your spot portfolio and doing that for as many years as you can. With monetary debasement, I think Bitcoin is going to be your biggest winner. It will require patience. And I was honored to do an interview over on the Altcoin Daily channel. I'm sure that all of you watch Altcoin Daily. And we talked about why I'm very bullish on the macro and concerned in the short term. In the macro, there's a very big detail and a very big mathematical number, an equation you need to find out about. And that will be released tomorrow on Altcoin Daily's channel. So stay tuned. I'll talk more about it on my updates in the morning. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I wanted to share. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye, guys.